The complaint on this one. Oh, by the way, happy Saturday. No, it's not Saturday. Today is Sunday. I haven't had any coffee yet. I'm struggling. The complaint on this one, the issue they're describing is some type of deck holding hook adjustment or problem. So I've got the jumper in it. We're going to turn it on and see what happens. First ball. Cycle. Second ball. First ball again. Whoa. Yep. So let's manually click this back into first ball. You always want to squeeze the lever into the micro switch. You don't want to yank up on the deck holding hook. You can throw that micro switch lever adjustment off, create a bind to where pardon me, brain fart, where the hook won't lift up and reset to first ball. But let's check this again. First ball, cycle. Second ball. Okay, so far so good. See that hook drop at 270? We're still on second ball here. Look, we got a gap. First ball, we should be up there. So we probably have something going on with the detector itself. So what I'm going to do, before we get too complicated, we are at 0 degrees, first ball, full deck. I have a lot of free play in that hook. We need to take that free play out, and also our gap between the lower back edge of that hook surface and our deck post pin is way too big. So we're going to shorten that up too. We're going to do a proper deck hook adjustment first, and then once we know that's good, we're going to look into this beast here and see what we can find. Yeah, something's a little funky in here. I broke the jam nuts free on the upper and lower tube, and I threaded the studs out, and I'm pretty much all the way out, top and bottom. I can turn the top threaded stud in and compress that spring in the tube, and I'm not getting any lift out of the hook. It should raise the hook up, right? Shorten the link, raise it up. It doesn't matter if I go all the way in or all the way out. The height of that hook is not changing. I'm not sure I've come across this exact thing before. Yeah, check it out from this angle. Normally don't have like an inch of threads sticking out. We do in this case, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn it back on, and we're gonna run it, see what happens. Let's watch it again. First ball. That deck jumped forward. Worn 1-to-1 cam or twisted 1-to-1 or something. Second ball. And still on second ball. Yep. Well, at least we have achieved somewhat of a deck holding hook adjustment, however weird it might be. I think I may have found it. Interference between the lever and the detector disc. I don't think the toe is actually riding the cam by that stop surface for the out of range projection for our controller. Let's hit 180 release. Might be hanging up on the detector disc instead of following the cam surface. Let's see if we can lock the focus there. But yeah, confirmed sloppy wiggles. I think she's falling off of the cam. Can you see it right there on the cam? Fell off the cam. So we have a sloppy lever here in our detector. That is the root of our issue. I think just to test that theory, let's put a spring from right here to this plate. Something very gentle. We don't need to create a lot of side load. Just enough to keep that thing urged towards the top of its cam surface that it's following. So just to prove a theory, we are on first ball, full deck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cycle the machine, and I'm just going to manually press on the side. Right here, holding some side load on it. We'll watch what happens. Alright. Second ball. Okay, normal second ball, just like before. We are one pin short though. We're gonna have to wait just a minute. Oh no, I was not pulling hard enough. Ah, failed. One more time, so that I can show you I make mistakes too. Okay, holding here. Waiting. Just a little bit of side load right here. First ball. So conclusion is detector needs to be rebuilt. But can we maybe put a helper spring right here and push the top of that lever that way so the lever straightens back out? I don't know yet. We're gonna try, right? So let's see if this is gonna work. We are on second ball. Can you see right there? Second ball. Cycle. Let's wait for a pin. And then let's look at that deck holding hook. First ball. Good. Oh, too close. So, yeah, I'm not super proud of that, but that'll get him by for a little bit, huh? Yeah, that one was nuts. I mean, you don't see that every day, huh? That's not something that's, I think, easily diagnosed. Well, the note on this one was turret indexing issues, but she ain't got no power. We need to grab the meter. We'll check the circuit breaker for incoming voltage. Let's start there. And yes, I already checked the masking unit switch. So while we're here, the circuit box cover had already been removed. And this happens to be one of the deadly, what's the name? Federal Pacific contactors. Let me get a better flashlight here. Hold on 1 second, please. One second. Let me see if I can zoom in. One of the things that can happen, your incoming legs of voltage are at these bottom terminal screws. So if you try to put your circuit box cover on and your breaker's hot, you can touch your circuit box to one of the hot legs, which is exactly what happened here, huh? I'm wondering if they tripped the wall breaker up front. Either way, I'm still gonna probe up. I'm gonna check that we have 208 volts incoming. So we've got 208 incoming, or pardon me, 237 incoming, 237 coming out. So let's go ahead, let's disconnect the breaker and remove our drop cord. Let's check our 1 amp fuse. Yeah, she looked a little blowed up. Yep. So we have a bad 1 amp fuse. We do not know what caused that fuse to go bad, but I guess if we still have a fault, we'll find out, won't we? I think there is a good chance that, well, perhaps installing that cover on the circuit box while the breaker was hot, it could have blown that 1 amp fuse. I'm not really sure yet. Well, now for the moment of truth. Let's turn it on. Turn it on. So what kind of indexing issues do we have? Oh, we stopped. We did not fully index. We're in between two spots here. So let's kill the breaker and hop around front. Oh man, I left my flashlights over there. It's a little dark in here, but if I get the right angle, maybe you can see. We have a bolt that's backed out here. We've got interference with our turret interlock probe. So let's go ahead and back that down. See if we can get that. Well, we're gonna need some 1/2 inch wrenches anyways, but let's see if we can get that back down. We'll get a nut on the bottom side. That may have been our problem. We don't know yet. We're gonna solve this and then we're gonna keep looking a little bit. Definitely not recommended to run these inside. Please don't do it. You'll fall asleep forever. So we have replaced our missing nut and everything is secure here. Another thing that jumped out at me while we're here is we are missing a spacer in the top side of this interlock T-probe. It's just kind of flippy flopping around. So let's see if we can find another spacer and we'll get that swapped out. We went ahead and removed the nut while nobody was looking. I have a new to me spacer. Had some burrs on it, so I had to file them down a little bit. But let's see if I did a good file job. Yep, she slides right in there, no problem. All right, cool. I'm gonna need both hands though to get that bolt back in. So this spacer isn't totally trashed. We have a little bit of lateral movement. That's what you want. Sometimes these spacers run loose for long periods of time, and the spacers actually get a little shorter. They wear down, or they'll dig a hole into the metal arms on each side of the turret center chute, in which case I brought some little washers with me. You can stick a washer between the spacer and the arm on this inside edge and help to hold that arm away and kind of restore a worn surface. But this is really the ultimate test here. No bind, no resistance, no hesitation, so this is good. Well, we gotta plug it back in, but then jump up to the top. We'll run it through a couple cycles and then we'll see if anything else might stand out. Yeah, she looked pretty good. Let's wrap this one up here.